If your colon feels perpetually blocked, heavy, or simply unresponsive, if you feel like you're carrying around a stubborn, immovable weight no matter what you try, I need you to understand a critical reframe. This sensation is not because your colon is inherently dirty or clogged with mythical toxins. It is because the intricate communication network that controls bowel movement has gone silent or become garbled. The signals aren't getting through. And the key to changing this isn't a brutal purge, it's a precise, intelligent trigger. One specific glass of liquid prepared correctly can act as that trigger, sending a clear all systems go signal that can initiate a coordinated response in as little as 10 minutes. Let's immediately interrupt the patterns that have failed you. What I'm sharing is not another stimulant laxative that causes painful cramps and watery diarrhea. It is not a detox regimen that leaves you depleted, and it is not a simplistic eat more fiber trick that can actually worsen bloating in a sluggish system. This works by targeting a specific natural physiological reflex, the gastrocolic reflex and the migrating motor complex, that governs organized colon movement. This reflex becomes less efficient and more easily disrupted after the age of 50, which is why so many traditional methods start to fail. We're not adding force, we're restoring communication. Watch this closely. The difference between success and failure with this method is in the subtle details. Most people who try this principle do it the wrong way, using the wrong form, wrong timing, or wrong preparation, and completely miss the potent effect. I will show you the precise clinical inspired method that makes it work. First, we must diagnose the true reason a colon stops moving efficiently. Your colon is not a passive tube that simply gets pushed full. It is an intelligent muscular organ that moves only when it receives a specific sequence of neurological and chemical commands. It requires a clear signal from the stomach that food has arrived, the gastrocolic reflex, coordinated changes in internal pressure, and a wave like relaxation and contraction of smooth muscles known as peristalsis. When this coordination breaks down due to age, nerve desensitization, chronic tension, or poor signaling, stool stagnates. It can be relatively soft, but without the organized wave to carry it forward, it goes nowhere. We are fixing a software glitch, not removing a hardware blockage. The 10-minute colon trigger explained. The goal is not to irritate the bowel into spasming, which is how stimulant laxatives work. The goal is to activate the natural command chain. Certain natural compounds are excellent at this. They can enhance stomach to colon communication via the vagus nerve, encourage the smooth muscles of the intestine to relax in preparation for a wave, reducing spastic knots that block flow, and promote the gentle release of trapped gas that can create obstructive pockets. This creates a push from behind, a gradual increase in pressure in the upper colon that encourages everything downstream to move in an organized fashion. This is why the initial sensation of movement can begin surprisingly quickly. You're not forcing the exit, you're activating the starting line. The one glass method, ginger plus peppermint activator. Before I explain why this works, a quick fact. 99% of you watching are not subscribed. If this information is valuable to you, please help us reach our goal of 50,000 subscribers this month. Your subscription and like make this possible. Thank you. Now let's continue. This combination isn't folk medicine, it's grounded in clinical gastroenterology. Ginger, Zingiber officinale, and peppermint, Mentha piperita, are two of the most researched herbs for functional gut disorders. Ginger is a prokinetic agent. It promotes the movement of contents through the digestive tract by enhancing gastric emptying and stimulating antral contractions. Peppermint oil and a strong tea acts similarly, is a potent antispasmodic. It relaxes the smooth muscle of the colon via calcium channel blockade, relieving the tight, clenched segments that halt stool progression. Together, they perform a perfect duet. Ginger says start moving, and peppermint says and relax so you can do it smoothly. The precise recipe: 1 glass, 1 minute prep. You will need 1/2 teaspoon of grated fresh ginger or high quality ginger powder and 1 peppermint tea bag, pure peppermint, not a blend. Pour 1 cup of freshly boiled hot water over both the ginger and the tea bag in a mug. Cover the mug. This is crucial to trap the volatile oils, and let it steep for 5 to 7 minutes. Remove the tea bag. Sip the liquid slowly over the next 5 to 10 minutes. It must be consumed on a truly empty stomach. First thing in the morning is ideal, or at least 2 to 3 hours after any food. Food in the stomach hijacks the signaling and turns this from a targeted trigger into just another digestive task. What many people feel with the 10-minute sensation, within 10 to 20 minutes of finishing the drink, you may notice distinct internal activity. This isn't cramping. It's often described as deep gurgling, a feeling of pressure shifting and descending, or a building, natural urge to have a bowel movement. This is the sound and feeling of the colon's muscular coordination restarting, the migrating motor complex kicking in, gas pocket shifting, and the system coming back online. It is the nervous system waking up the gut, not a chemical violently irritating it. But this initial activation is only half of the story. The true cleanse effect is a consequence of restored function. Why this can lead to a full colon cleanse. When coordinated peristalsis is reestablished, several things happen in sequence. The gentle, progressive waves help to detach older dehydrated stool that may be clinging to the colon walls. Trapped gas is moved along and expelled, reducing bloating. Most importantly, the rectum is likely to empty more fully because the preceding wave delivered a complete payload, triggering a stronger and more satisfying defecation reflex. This sequence can lead to a substantial, often multi-stage bowel movement that feels like a significant release or clean out, but it is achieved without the dehydration, urgency, or painful spasms of a chemical laxative. It's function, not force. The most common mistake that ruins the effect: people sabotage this by drinking the mixture too quickly. Gulping it shocks the system, or by consuming it with or near food. Having even a small snack in your stomach changes the game entirely. The signal becomes about digesting that new food, not about clearing the colon. The reflex is blocked. For this to work, the stomach must be empty and the drink must be sipped to allow the compounds to communicate with the nervous system gradually. How to maximize the effect? After finishing your drink, remain sitting upright for 15 to 20 minutes. Do not lie down. This allows gravity to assist the natural downward progression of the signal and the contents. Gentle, slow diaphragmatic breathing during this time can further stimulate the vagus nerve and enhance the relaxant effect. You are creating the optimal internal environment for the signal to propagate. Important warning: do not add sugar, honey, or any sweetener. Sugar can feed bacterial fermentation in the small intestine, creating gas and bloat that counteracts the relaxing effect. Do not combine this with other laxatives, stimulant teas, or high-dose magnesium in an attempt to make it stronger. That introduces conflict and can cause distress. 1 glass prepared correctly is the precise dose. This is not a method to repeat multiple times a day. Why this method is particularly effective after 50. With age, the challenges change. Intestinal muscles can become more prone to uncoordinated tightness, spasticity. The nerve signals from brain to gut can weaken and slow. The entire sequence of digestion loses its crisp timing. This ginger peppermint protocol addresses these age-specific issues directly. It enhances nerve signaling. Ginger reduces muscular spasticity, peppermint, and restores coordination. It works when bulk fiber fails, which can worsen spasms. and when stimulant laxatives have burned out the nerves. It repairs the timing mechanism. Your simple action plan: try this protocol once per day, ideally in the morning on an empty stomach for 2 to 3 days. Observe how your body responds. After that, you may only need it every other day or as a periodic reset when you feel things slowing down. The ultimate goal is to use this as a retraining tool to remind your colon of its natural rhythm, not to create a daily dependency. You are teaching it to function independently again. If you are ready to move beyond the cycle of blockage, bloat, and harsh remedies, and to learn how to work with your body's innate intelligence for smooth, effortless digestion, then stay with this channel. Subscribe for insights that prioritize smart physiology over brute force. Now I'm curious, does the concept of a signal versus force resonate with your experience? Will you try this ginger peppermint activator? Let me know in the comments with a simple yes or which part made the most sense. Because a true healthy colon cleanse isn't about punishment or violent evacuation. It starts with a single, intelligent signal that sparks natural, coordinated movement. That is the foundation of lasting gut health.